from that side.
Right.
So it's automatic. So but you saw how it kind of lines up there, just being able to push on her back. So when I bring her up, in that moment, right after this part of training, because I'm lifting her in a different direction, I have to take some pressure off of her in that moment just to get her, to be motivated to do it. But then I'm adding pressure very, very quickly.
Right.
And what I do is I fill in that gap as I do it. So it's just adding more and more weight and pressure to her. But she's doing good. So here, what we do for the other exercise is I'm going to bring her around, and I'm going to have her come up from a seated position for you to do the stand on command. Okay, so from a down. So I'm going to bring her along here. You're going to tell her to sit first. So we're going to tell her to sit.
Sit. Sit.
Tell her to go right, where.
Down.
Push on her.
Down.
Yeah, a little bit. All right. You give her a second. Now here, it's the same thing. As we do this, think about, moving from a seated position, Joanne, to standing and needing her help, and how to kind of do it. So you can either do it from a complete down position, have her just pop up, or it can be better to do it from a sit position first, and then pop up.
Right.
So either or, she'll do it either way you want her to do it, but then you kind of decide how you want to give that command for the stand, from either right from here, just right up, or from the sit first and right up.
Right.
So
A lot depends on where my foot's stuck.
that's what I mean too. So the adjustment can be depending
Either
on
way,
what type of chair you're in, or how you want to leverage with her. So you just kind of figure that out, but she'll make the adjustment so it kind of changes depending on your situation, right? So, but we're gonna do it both ways from here, just for training purposes. So from here, and then once she goes into that anyway, it doesn't matter, because then she's going to be stabilized. So even if, the idea is just to go up into the stand, but if for whatever reason you want, her to be in sit first, so you can start to touch her, then you can do it that way anyway.
Yeah.
It doesn't really matter in the end, so long as it's more about what you want, your comfort level with getting her to assist you the best way that you want it to happen. So, but from here, give her the command for the stand, and I'm going to help generate it. So whenever you're ready. Yep.
Stand.
Good girl, good girl. Then I jump my knee in there. Now you can put your hand down here and start to push on her, thinking about starting to push off from the chair. Okay, so when you're ready to push off from the chair, just easy up. Just move her in close to you. You have, yep. Yep, just be careful. There we go, Joanne. Very good. And then you'll sit back down in a second when you're ready. So you got to use her for support. Okay? Okay. And then tell her to, good girl, tell her to sit.
Good girl, sit.
Because we're going to do it now from the sit position. We're going to keep her up. This time your hand's already on her, like I said before. You're going to give the command again when you're ready, and I'm going to help get her up. So whenever you're ready, give her the command.
Stand.
Good girl, good girl. Careful, careful. Yeah, it's okay. Yeah, no. This is what this is about. So don't do too much. Just, okay. Yep. And then sit back down when you're ready. Use her for support again, for sitting back when you're ready. Yep, just easy. Yep, put all the weight you can on her shoulder. There you go. Very good. Yep. Tell her to sit side again. Tell her to go
down.
And then just relax. Very good. Yep. How'd that feel?
Yeah. That was better. Yeah.
Yep, better. Yep.
Yeah.
So the idea is to do the training, right?
I gotta get the feel of it too, because I've been in situations between walls, like your garage and that, with no place to move.
Yeah.
And then she comes running because she knows I'm hurt.
Yeah.
She does come running.
Okay, but not knowing what to do.
But no, and she'll get in between me. She'll try to lift my face. She knows I'm hurt, but she doesn't know what to do.
Okay.
And I've tried leaning on her body, but my leg was bent so bad, it made it worse. So I would tell her, no, sit, just to get her away from my leg.
Okay.
Otherwise, I would have told her down, but she was so close to my leg, I was afraid that I was going to my knee was gonna swell.
Oh.
But when she got away from my leg, she didn't leave me.
Yeah, yeah.
She won't leave me.
Yeah, well, this is about training, like, you know, her getting the confidence and the direction as a follower now, right? To be, you know, her perception to be lined up the right way, so she's gonna give you the right support.
Right.
Before, when a dog has control issues, right, it throws her focus off. So she's there to try to give you some sort of comfort, right, but it's not the type that is gonna help you.
Right.
It's still gonna be helpful to her to maybe be there with you, right?
Right.
So it's like emotional support.
Right.
But here for the task part of it, right?
Yeah.
You have to, it's gotta
Yeah.
come through influence and certain interactions that are going to tie in. So when you give her command, she's gonna follow that command,
Yeah.
like she's doing here, right?
Right.
And you can say, okay, but so it's both, give me emotional support and physical support, right, the right way, because she's seeing you the right way.
Yeah.
And this is where I come alongside, right? So this is just a matter of us practicing it here, at home, you know, out once we go out to different places, right? Same thing, it's just a lot of repetition and maybe beside you to line it up the right way.
Yeah.
So,
I mean, 'cause she knew I was hurt. I mean,
Yeah.
there was no doubt in her mind. You could tell,
Mhm.
you know. But she didn't have to get around me or what to do, you know. And she stuck her nose under my ribs over here.
Oh,
And I said, no, Sadie, you can't do that. No, you're gonna hurt Mommy more.
Mhm.
So she backed off.
Mhm.
And she lay there, and then my daughter come in 10 minutes later, and she said, what are you and the dog doing laying like that? I said, I'm stuck, I can't move. Anything worse to be is in a small space where you have no turning radius.
Yeah.
That's really bad,
Mhm.
you know, because my hips don't turn, my knee don't turn.
Oh, okay, yeah, sure.
So, that's, sometimes I take my cane, sometimes I don't, you know, it all depends. I have a small black wheelie thing, I take that if I had to sit down in once in a while. I have an airport type wheelchair I use once in a while. But I'm trying to get away from that. This
Sure.
is my purpose of getting away from that.
Yes, exactly. And
Yeah.
we'll get it lined up. So we're gonna practice this one more time like that. You don't have to try to get to the chair this time, because I know it is a little difficult doing this way, but if you want to, you can. But just to put pressure on her so she feels that from you doing it. So when you're ready, we're gonna do it from both positions again. A little repetition, so we'll do it 2 more times. I mean, just once more each time. From a down, right up, and then from a sit, up to, and then
Now, see, I put pressure on her in the hallway,
Mhm.
but she didn't have enough room to get up.
Oh.
Or she would have got
Oh,
up,
she would have.
say, but there wasn't, between my body the way it is and
Yeah.
her trying to help, she didn't have enough room.
Oh, well, that's the thing, like here, it gives her more, it's gonna create more focus with her, so she'll be
Yeah.
able to better focus better.
Yeah.
And be able to, as you kind of can move her a little bit with the leash, she'll follow that lead. So
Right.
you can kind of work it out, it would be better, because in certain really tight quarters, you know, besides she's gonna lose some weight now
I
too,
mean, I
right?
may be in pain, but I could slide my body to a position where she could get in more.
Yeah.
To help me out.
Yeah, so she's gonna be more responsive.
Right.
That's the whole point. She's gonna be more focused, more responsive,
Right.
and make little adjustments. Because sometimes it's like 2 or 3 inches you gotta move her.
Right.
Before she wouldn't be able to, because
Yeah.
she's like, but here, she's gonna be very, very focused on what you want.
Right.
And so if you kind of move your hand a certain way, she'll kind of shuffle over a little bit.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? So it'll line up a lot better.
Yeah.
And then give the command, and then she's gonna pop you out.
yeah,
So this is just about, you know, her focus being the right way as we do this. This is why I'm doing certain things to create that. And then as you see her going on, like say, going into the 6 now, a little better, right? As you start to be more agreeable to it.
right.
So from here, when you're ready, Joanne, give her a command. I'm gonna open this a little bit.
Up,
How to stand.
sit,
How to stand.
stand.
Okay, now stand. Stand, good girl.
Stand.
Good girl. And then start to push on her a little bit. You want to try that if you can, but don't, you know, don't, don't have to.
That's all right, it's all right. I gotta get up.
Good girl, good girl. Good girl. When you sit down again when you're ready, just use her for support.
Good girl.
How is it? Sit again.
Sit, sit,
How is it?
down,
We're gonna do it right from this now. this time we do it right from the down all the way up into the command, okay?
Okay.
When you're ready, so tighten the leash up a little bit, give it the command when you're ready.
Up,
Okay.
down.
Okay. Good girl, good girl.
I'm sorry.
Oh, you okay.
Everybody in my neighborhood in there,
Multitask.
everybody.
Fine.
I should have looked at it before I knew better.
Yeah, and so from here you don't have, just put a little pressure, you don't have to try to stand up here, right here, just push your arms a little bit. Yeah, that's good.
No, I'm trying not to use
Yeah,
it.
don't, just
Good
take it
leg.
easy, always want her to feel, that's all.
Yeah,
There you go.
yeah.
And then, yeah, when you're ready, you sit down again, go ahead, just take it, just use her for support, kind of lean into it with your shoulder, use your body weight to lean into her.
Yeah,
And-
see, and then once I get straight, I'm okay.
Yeah,
See,
sure.
I'm all right, but it's to get up this far
That's right, yeah.
is my problem.
Okay. Well, this way too, like I said, just imagine now that she's starting to be more responsive.
Right,
Figuring out, that's why I'm keeping her really close and tight to you so that
Right.
you can take full advantage of how this kind of closeness helps to,
Right.
for you to be able to
Right.
push up.
right,
So when you're ready, you can sit back down again, but again, put your hand out, use her for support to do it. As you sit down, just, push against her body. She feels that, which is good, good girl. And then tell her to go back and go sit.
sit,
And then another down.
down,
Push her around a little bit, just so she gets no cover time. Very good, Joanne. So we're gonna stop the video here, because we're gonna do the vehicle here in a minute too. So very, very